day of the 8th Mavin Spiritual Festival, where we are exploring different facets of life, light in 14 different aspects of light. And today again, we start with our message from the Light Angel. So please, Nuparji, enlighten us with your message.
Yes, I'm so happy to read the cards, and these are the light cards. And our theme is light.
Voice is breaking a lot.
Different kind of light. And today we are going to talk about, and this is beautiful to be able to, and the card is.
Yeah. She's gone off herself, I think. No, she's there.
Well, she has come back here.
Yeah.
So the connection
Yeah.
here,
Mm-hmm.
audio is here, video is here. So I have taken out a card, and let me share the card. The card is answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Whether it is your health, mental health, soul health, or physical health. Let's explore today.
Yes.
Today is health season, health day.
Yes.
And we are going to explore this health with the help of light.
Yes.
Over to Minuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nupuji, for transferring those angelic blessings to all of us. Thank you so much. And yes, it's all about health today. But before we go on to it, Sandeep ji, I would like to ask you to inquire from your students whether they have been good.
Okay, so they are not students, they are all like us. Okay, so
homework, they are students.
Okay, all right. So my request has always been that you can always come up and talk about your experiences and sharing as far as our reflection part was concerned. So yesterday I was when we talked about chaos in our life, right? So I asked you to do some kind of a reflection on what are your current challenges and current problems. And when I shared your this reflection of on the session yesterday, I specifically requested that आज से हम problems नहीं बोलेंगे, अपनी life में हम problems नहीं बोलेंगे, the word problem को use ही नहीं करेंगे, हम challenges बोलेंगे, right? So challenges जो भी हैं, so if you are aware of it, और क्या उसके साथ आप क्या solutions derive कर सकते हो, और दूसरा हमने meditations भी करी थी कल, बहुत बढ़िया. तो उस पे क्या आपको लगता है कि कोई कुछ नया कुछ सीखने की जरूरत है as far as meditation processes are concerned? So any sharing, any insight, experience you would like to share on quickly, 30-40 seconds or 60 seconds maximum? Yeah, please go ahead. Anyone? Chat box में लिख सकते हैं, unmute करके बोल सकते हैं. वीना जी, कुछ कहना चाहेंगी आप?
मैं संदीप जी,
हाँ जी,
मैं जल्दी से 20 सेकंड में अपनी टिप्पणी दे देता हूँ.
हाँ जी, बताएं
मैं
प्लीज.
तो ना चैलेंज ना प्रॉब्लम, मैं तो जो सोच रहा होता हूँ ना, जो काम करना, कॉफी का मग पकड़ा, 11 बजे कॉफी पिया, सोचा, जैसी मेरी कॉफी खत्म हुई, चैलेंज भी खत्म हो गया.
तो बढ़िया.
तो मैंने दिमाग लगा लिया उसको आधे पौने घंटे के लिए, उसके मैं भूल जाता हूँ. उसके बाद मैंने ना, एज वो नुपुर मैम कहती है, यूनिवर्स को दे दिया, Amazon पे ऑर्डर कर दिया. अब वो देखो, उन्होंने डिलीवरी देनी है. मेरा काम था Amazon के ऐप पे जाना, पेमेंट करना, या तो POD या तो मैंने वो पेटीएम करना था. मैंने कर दिया. अब उसके बाद उनको डिलीवर करना है, उसमें मेरे पास कोई कुछ है ही नहीं, मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है.
बहुत बढ़िया.
फिर दिमाग ही नहीं लगाना. तो कॉफी पियो, मस्त रहो, और कॉफी पियो और मस्त हो निकल जाओ.
Very nice, very nice. Great to hear that. Anybody else quickly
वीना जी बोलना चाहती हैं।
हाँ वीना जी
मैं
प्लीज बोलिए।
मैं सबसे पहले मीनू जी को बहुत बहुत थैंक यू कहना चाहती हूँ, और आप सबको भी, कि मैं जो भी चैलेंजेस हो मेरे सामने, मैं सबसे पहले मीनू जी को कंसर्न करती हूँ, और मैं आगे मतलब उनको सब सॉल्व करती हूँ आगे। तो मैं थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू।
Great.
And I
Thank you
don't do
so much.
anything. I just push her towards the universe. That's all I do.
Right.
Thank you.
So
Thank
sweet.
you.
वही पुशिंग तो चाहिए होती है।
Yes.
All right. Okay. Great. I think we can start the
Yeah.
session.
So, thank you for that, Sandeep ji. And किसी को कुछ कहना होगा तो आप chat box पे लिख दीजिएगा.
Sure, sure, sure.
So our overseer for the evening is again Harmit Chawla, because we love him so much. He is the perfect overseer for the whole program. And
Thank you,
he
ma'am.
loves to live life on his own terms. And he even quit his job 12 years back to follow his own path, to see where it leads him into this life. And but he is an ardent disciplinarian, and that is evident in his fasting mode. That he's been on a fast for more than 500 hours, which is awesome. So we'll understand more from you about that later on, Harmeet.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, so we'll move on to our program today. The topic of the day is light and health, connecting the two. And our first speaker is Dr. Tulika Sanadhya. She's an associate professor in geography at Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar College. And she's also a certified natural health coach with the International Institute of Mahayoga and Natural Hygiene, USA. And being a natural health coach, she, of course, is passionate about teaching natural health sciences, helping people restore and attain their optimal health levels, and all through self-awareness and utilizing the intelligence of the body. And because she's also a yoga practitioner, so she connects more to the body. So today she's going to guide us how. So I welcome you, Dr. Tulika. Please, over to you now.
Thank you so much for this lovely introduction. So I am really feeling so happy to be here among all of you who are talking about health, and that too in the context to light. So it's a Christmas time going on right now for all of us, and we all understand that there is a significance of this darkness, and there is a significance of this light. And in health also there is a lot of significance attached to that. So before we begin this session formally, I would like to start the session with a verse. So for this, I'll share my screen. And I would like all of you to just read it along with me in your own, at your own level. Just a second. Where is it? Yeah, can you see my screen right now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Yes. So the verse says, "We are truthful and helpful and loving in trust, for our heart's inner sun shows brightly in us. We will open our hearts to the sunbeam so bright, and we will fill all the world with our heart's inner light." So this is said by Rudolf Steiner. So he was an he was from anthroposophy, and he has talked a lot on child's education, child development, and human beings. And he has talked about health also. And today, I want to connect, this inner light to the light which we see outside. So sunlight is is a source of energy to all the living beings on this earth. हम सभी पंच महाभूत से बने हैं. So these are 5 natural elements from which our body is made up of. So for instance, if I say I have to make, a kheer, a sweet kheer or paisam, right? To make a paisam, what would we need? We would need maybe some kind of a nut milk, because I'm right now talking about plant-based nutrition. So I will always obviously saying, so any kind of a plant-based nut milk, coconut milk or almond milk. Then you will need some kind of a sweetener, maybe jaggery, or it could be dates or anything, what you want to add. And you will need rice to make that paisam, if you're making it with rice or suji or anything. So if kheer denotes this kind of ingredients, right? So if I will say, no, I will not make kheer with this, but I will make kheer with maybe with salt, with pulses, with some vegetable in that, you will say, no, this is some different recipe. It's not at all a kheer, right? So that is how our body is made up of 5 elements. So whenever there is some sort of deficit happening at some level, so that kind of a natural element is needed to mend it, to rejuvenate it, to repair it, to replenish it. And when we understand this, this wisdom of nature, that nature has given everything to human beings to take care of themselves, in a natural manner, then we feel more powerful. We feel more empowered. Now, sun's energy gives us that empowerment. Sun's energy gives us that kind of a strength within us, which I think nothing on this earth can really give. So nowadays it's winter time going on, and it's like a lot of darkness around. Now in that darkness, there is a search for light, which, at so many levels that we are working on it now. This is one program which is happening, but other than that, there is so much is being done, at many levels, at community level, at individual levels, right? So what are we doing? We are trying to search this inner light, and we are also somewhere getting connected to the sunlight. Now sunlight is very, very important for us, for any living beings. If I start with plants, so plants cannot make food without sunlight. So the photosynthesis process, needs sunlight to make that process complete, and then that food is prepared. And then when food by plants is prepared, there is a growth which happens in plants. And when there is a growth in plants which happens, it becomes food for the other living beings, which are dependent on the plant kingdom. So basically, this month is a kind of a time in which we are celebrating these 4 kingdoms: the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, and the human beings. Now everything is connected with the sunlight, and as human being is the highest beings. So that's why, we understand it much better when we talk about the health of human beings, right? So sunlight has, in our Vedic scriptures also, if I say, there is a lot of mention about sunlight, sun's energy. If you will go back to Mahabharata, there is the sun's Surya Putra, Karan. So Karan ki ek apni khasiyat thi, Karan ki ek apni characteristics thi. That characteristics was that he was a person who used to give things, to anyone whatsoever, right? Usko Danveer Karn ke naam se bhi bolte the. So how that courage, how that inner strength someone has, it is It is that inner light, it is that inner strength that gives you that much of strength to give away whatever you have, right? So sunlight, without sunlight, no life can exist on this earth. And um it influences all the livings in certain way, because we are made up of uh, sunlight as one of the 5 natural elements. Now, it is very, very vital. It is very, very important. And once we see, sunlight in the morning, in the cloudy days, we feel very happy about it. There is certain happiness comes in us. And this happiness is very much ingrained in us. So someone is very sad, or some kind of a, some people are having some kind of a depressive mentality, or any kind of a negativity surrounding them. So we always advise people, you go for a nature walk where there is a sufficient sunlight available for you. So that sunlight will take away the darkness from your life. And it is not an analogy I'm speaking, but it actually happens. Because once your body receive that sunlight, so that sunlight will give you that inner satisfaction and happiness. In scientific terms, if I say that how sunlight is useful for our body, then in our body there is a fluid, which is produced, which is there below our skin, which is called erythritol, right? And that is actually converted into vitamin D, and that is converted into vitamin D only in the presence of sunlight. And sunlight also acts as a bonding agent for calcium, oxygen, and phosphorus, to make our bones very strong. Now, I have seen many people who says, I am taking all sorts of supplements, and still my calcium is low, my vitamin D is low. If you will just go into the depth of their life, or you will ask their routine, and then you will understand that there is somewhere this light is not there in their day-to-day routine. They are not taking sunlight. The sun exposure is not happening for them. And we really need sun exposure on day-to-day basis. Now, in winters, like, people generally have this low vitamin D levels nowadays, low calcium levels nowadays, and it's a big problem happening. Now, people feel that, if they take some pills and supplements, the levels can go increase. Yes, that happens. That surely happens. But that will not give you that kind of a strength which comes naturally from sun. So during winter times, we are so much covered with clothes. Now, sunlight cannot penetrate your, cannot penetrate that deeply inside on your skin, right? Even in summers, we avoid sun. So in my opinion, sun is nothing but is a doctor's sun. Sun is a doctor. If we are able to take the sunlight on day-to-day basis, as a lifestyle, on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, more than half of your daily problems related to seasonal changes, related to any kind of immunity problems, or any kind of a cold, cough, or maybe some kind of a skin issues, or digestive issues, respiratory problems, these goes away with the exposure of sunlight. So sun's rays, is capable of giving so many kinds of rays. There is a light ray, there is a heat rays, there is energy rays, there is a chemical rays, so many kinds of things are there. So it's a complete package for any human beings to heal. So in nature cure, whenever someone comes, and the first thing we see that if a person gets the sunlight on a regular basis, their personality changes altogether. Their total personality changes. There is a complete confidence comes in that person. There is a complete the aura changes in that person. So the sunlight penetrates really deeply inside of you to each and every cells, right? Someone was talking about fasting, how the cell changes. So the sun also helps in the repair of your cells. So whatever cells you had when you were in your child as a childhood, it's not the same now. So the sun helps in that repairing work. Sun helps in making that cells replenish, to make it more stronger, to make it more look younger. As you take sun over the period of time, you can reverse your age also. So that also starts to happen. But nowadays in market, what is happening, everyone tells you, use these creams, sunscreens. Now when you're saying sunscreen, you are just not allowing the sunlight to penetrate in you. All the body parts are covered with clothes, and whatever is exposed, you are covering it with a with a sunscreen cream. Now, and it's a business, it's a market. And I am not saying that I'm against to any kind of a business, but if it is harming the humankind, if it is harming their very nature of evolution and their existence per se, then we have to really question. We have to really see whether what is it doing to us. Now, when we will stop all the pores, being exposed to sun, it will start showing up on yours as a skin problem. There will be a lot of skin rashes, skin problems, and there are many skin diseases. Happens in anyone's body sometimes, like psoriasis. And even for those people who came to us and who had a severe psoriasis problem, and there were rashes and there were redness, there was so much itching, and and there was pain also, still we told them to take sunlight. And there was in a different manner that we told them to take it, because the direct sunlight was like so much, they were not able to take it directly because their skin is not in a good condition. So sun is still important in that condition also, when skin is very, very in a very bad state, it's itching, it's paining, still the sun is very, very important. So for any beings, sunlight is important. And so for people who have psychological issues or any kind of mental problems, if they start sitting in the sun, any kind of mental health issues can be really reversed. Any kind of stress, anxiety, even autism also, the children facing autism problem also have seen good results if they have started to be there in the sunlight. Now, whenever I'm saying ki sunlight mein hona chahiye, it is not something which is coming from outside, which is coming from a very from a knowledge which is new to us. We all know that sunlight is so important. अगर आप अपने पुराने ज़माने में जाओ तो आप देखेंगे कि विंटर्स में सभी लोग, जब ठंड आ जाती थी तो सब लोग एक जैसे कहीं पे भी ऐसी जगह में जहाँ सब लोग इकट्ठे बैठ सकते थे, तो वहाँ आके बैठते थे, मूंगफली खाते थे, संतरे खाते थे, and they used to have a good chit chat, and women used to do knitting, crocheting, right? So it is kind of a coming together also, that kind of a moments which seems quite missing in this fast-paced life, that we really don't have that kind of time. So earlier, these kinds of a thing, women were so much engaged in that kind of a thing together happening, and they used to make those pickles, papad, and different kinds of thing in winters. So those things were meant to be done in a certain way so that their body was getting exposed to the sunlight. Somewhere or the other, they were doing some work in the sunlight, in the sun, where the sun rays, they were able to experience it on a day-to-day basis. Now, picnics happens. People, in the winter's time, they really want to go and sit in the, under the sun and have some leisure time. So being in the sunlight, it's kind of a very elevating your mood, your spirits. And it has so many health effects, so many health benefits. Not one, it has innumerable health benefits. Even if I have told you vitamin D, calcium, iron deficiency. So iron also, can only be absorbed in the presence of sunlight. So whatever things which are in deficiency in a body can be really, built if you take the sunlight. So any kind of a skin related issues, can be really taken care of if you are taking sunlight on a regular basis. It's a lifestyle. It's not a therapy that whenever we have some problem, we go in the sun. Sunlight, being in the sun is a lifestyle. So this has to be incorporated on daily basis, like, that how we eat every day, we drink, water whenever we are thirsty, we sleep, it's a natural body clock that, it tells us that now it's sleep time. So likewise, body also needs sunlight. Now, I see many people, when they become sick, or when they're hospitalized, there is no provision of any sunlight reaching those rooms. And that is the biggest flaw in the system of healing, because the ingredient from which our body is made up of is not given to the body when it is in the healing stage. So how will that body will heal? So like I said, the example of kheer, if sugar is missing, how will you say that this is a kheer and I have prepared a kheer? It's not possible to say that this is a kheer. So if the sunlight is not there for anyone's body for a prolonged period of time, then the body will start showing, some kind of a symptoms on the body, slowly, gradually. And sometimes those symptoms are physically visible and sometimes it is not. So then there are other issues which comes up, like neurological issues, psychological problems. So those problems also starts to come in. Now people are much, open about talking about these mental health issues. Earlier they were not. So, if you will, if you have known any person who has gone through with such kind of a issues like depression or stress or anxiety, if you would have talked to any such person ever, the first thing they say, I don't want to go outside. I want to stay inside my room. They will close everything. They will just, curtains are off and they are just there on the bed and nothing doing. This is a depressive state. They will not feel like going to, outside sun, which will heal them. They don't want to get healed. Now the situation has become to that extent that they are avoiding their own healing things that can heal them faster. So these things are known to us, but we are forgetting it. But these such programs which are happening, these are reviving this kind of a wisdom now to people, to community, that we have to bring this light, and light in this natural state, and obviously light inside of us. So this warmth, the warmth which we get from the sun has to be restored, has to be protected, has to be conserved during the winter's time. And that's how, we eat certain kind of a food which gives us little warmth during this season. We conserve our energy by sleeping early. If we do, we are more healthy during the winter's time. But if we give away all our vitality by spending it without even thinking, that we are spending it unnecessarily, then we end up, getting sick, or we get some kind of a disease. But disease in nature cure is a friend. We say whenever disease comes to give you health, something which was not there in your body working properly. Now body will start working in favor of that. It will either remove it from the system, or it will repair it, or uh, it will replenish it, or whatever it has to do in that situation. So sunlight is a natural immunization also. It's a natural immunization for any kind of infections, for any kinds of viral infections or fungal infections, or any kind of a thing which nowadays we the people generally get it, and there is fever accompanying that. So if so this natural immunization, along with that, there is an improvement in circulation system also. So when there is a warmth which comes in your body, the circulation becomes better. And when circulation becomes better, you feel more energetic during the day. Your health remains really good, because all the nutrients, all the things which are needed, are reaching to various body parts. And when we take sunlight on day-to-day basis, and also we eat raw salads on day-to-day basis, our blood gets purified. As a cyclic process, it gets purified on its own, and this gives us more clearer skin, and more strength to work all day long, right? So for any diseases, for anything from common cold to cancer, or for skin diseases, or for improving eyesight, or any kind of a thing, sunlight is very, very important. Now if we do sun gazing, and we eat raw food, then even the lost eyesight, like the eyesight which are weaker, can be revived. It can be you can really revive your lost eyesight. Even many people have really were able to take off their specs, their glasses, reduce their eyesight numbers, and that was really possible with just the sun gazing done in a proper manner. There is a protocols to everything, but I'm just trying to bring forth to you the importance of sunlight, that how it is important, and in at what level it is important. So I can go on and on, and there is like one or two things I'll add. Like for people who, some people have problems of insomnia, um, or there is some mothers, they do not have that enough milk to feed their children. So all those things can be taken care of if they take sunlight on day-to-day basis. So so there is this clock, there is a nature's clock. This nature's clock is like that, which is also, if you have heard of this term, circadian rhythm, maybe. So in that we say that digestion works better during the sunlight time. When there is a proper sun, at the time digestion works better, because there is a digestive fire which works to disintegrate that food. So that is why we say that eat your heavy meals during the daytime, and eat light after in the evening. And it is always better to eat your early dinners before sunset. So if we align ourselves to the natural cycle of the nature, then most of our health issues are never ever coming to us. Or if they come, we are able to handle them well without medications, without any discomforts whatsoever, faced in the body. So I don't know how much time I have. I can.
Yeah, we are almost at the end of it. Yes.
Okay.
Ji.
So just to end this whole thing, I would say that sun is our friend. So सूर्य को हमें अपना मित्र बनाना है, और उसको हम किस तरीके से अपनी दिनचर्या में, अपने एवरीडे लाइफस्टाइल में उसको कैसे इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकते हैं, दैट वी हैव टू सी, in that busy schedule, we have to take out time to just go for nature walks, be under the sun, take sun bath. Yeah, so one important thing I can mention it right here, so that if someone wants to take sun bath, they are able to do that in a proper manner. So sun bath can be taken any time during the year, irrespective of any seasons, irrespective of any time of the day. So it all depends on how much you are comfortable, taking that sun, and for what duration. So there is no set rules for anyone that, okay, this much time you can take it, or this is the time you should take it. No, nothing like that. So it is basically that you take it till the time you're comfortable. Your body should not be heated up. Body should not become very warm or heated up. That's the only thing that you have to consider. And your head should either be covered in the it should be there in the shade area, or you can just put a wet cloth on your head, so that it just don't get cold, just don't get hot, while taking that sun. So that those precautions one has to take. And so after taking sun bath, you have to take a full head to toe shower. Or if that is not the possibility, you can just wipe your body with a wet cloth. You cannot leave your body warm. So you have to make it, little cooler on a normal room temperature. Then it is good for you. So those are little things that you can do it. In winter time, there is no such problem, because the intensity of the sun is not so high. So you don't feel like that it is too harsh on your body. But in summertime, you have to take these precautions. And in Nature Cure, we suggest taking sun, as minimum clothes as it could be. Because with clothes, we are feeling the sweat, but the rays are not entering our body, not touching the skin, which it should. So those things, if one can incorporate, then the great results one can see in their own self. So
Thank you so
you for your
much.
listening.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, Tulika ji. That was really amazing. You explained it so simply and precisely, how to harness the power of the sun. So I would request you to please stay. We'll have a question and answer session at the end after the
Sure.
next speaker. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'll move on to our next speaker, Soumya Dhani. She's an Indian psychologist in international educational sector. And currently she's working as manager strategic alliances with IDB Education in Gurgaon. And she has a master's in psychology and has found her niche in being associated with the overseas education domain. She's taking care of international universities, partnerships, and domestic tie-ups over here. And she has been a top achiever and has been even nominated for the Iconic Woman of the Year award. She is the founder and CEO of Superhumans Academy, through which she aims to create psychological awareness in the society for children and adults. And she also to share basic financial awareness, things which are not taught in school. And today she is also talking on the connect between light and health. That's our topic for the day. So I welcome you, Soumya Dhani ji. Over to you now.
Thank you, Meenuji. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today. I know it's end of the day and people have been listening to speakers for a while, so I can see a couple of sleepy faces. And I think most people are like in their bed listening. That's why the cameras are not on. So no worries. So today what I have planned for you is a session which you can easily just like, lie down in your bed and just do the meditation. So it's actually to help people I could do two different things. So, matlab, summon the light from the sun. I really loved what the previous speaker was talking about because I love to actually, pray to the sun in the morning, and I could really feel what she was talking about. Like you absorb, you feel that light going in, and even the change in aura or the change in positivity. So we could, one thing is to summon that light and absorb it in your body, and the other is to kind of, when it's dark and you need to go to sleep, so kind of just doze off. So how to make that easy? Now, being a psychologist, often my clients, I hear about people who are not able to go to sleep. So there is insomnia, there is anxiety, there are 1,000 thoughts going through the head, or there's planning for the next day which is going on. So I was thinking we can do a little bit of meditation, since you're speaking, you're hearing speakers every day, so in the festival. So is that okay? I mean, if you have any questions, you can ask me at the end. My eyes will be open, so you can also type in the chat. If there's any difficulty, I'll answer. Okay. You can be comfortably seated. And when we talk about the light, I don't want to honestly go into a lecture. So what I'll be doing is, I'm just going to help you summon the light. We're going to be doing a little bit of grounding. Okay, a little bit of grounding, little bit of cleansing of the chakras, but we're not doing it in the traditional way. We're doing it in a way which makes you feel lighter, which can probably rid you of any pain you have. If you have like a lower back pain, mid back pain, or like you feel any congestion or heaviness in your chest, or in your throat or your shoulders, anything. I mean, so if let's start with you sitting, and I mean, if you are lying down, that's okay, but I would request you to, like, if you are sitting, and we can start with the meditation. Okay. And then later on, you can move into the like lying down posture. That's fine. Okay. So, all right. Can I see a show of hands of people here? Can we start? Are you okay? Does this sound good? What I'm planning? Okay, great. Thank you. Cool. So please sit comfortably and close your eyes. Make sure you're not like squeezing your eyes. They should be like gently resting. The eyelids should be gently resting. Take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. Now, this meditation is a combination of techniques, so I will not be going into which all techniques I'm using where, but we're starting with this one. I'll tell you, it's called the 5-3-8 breathing technique. So when I count till the count of 5, you're supposed to inhale. Okay, breathe in. Then when I count till 3, hold the breath. And when I count till 8, exhale. It's very important to keep your exhalations longer than your inhalations. All right. And that is to relax your nervous system. It's also a great hack if you're feeling anxious. So this is how you calm down. So let's do a couple of rounds of, the 5-3-8 technique. Please inhale at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep your feet firmly on the ground. if you're sitting up, let your palms rest on your thighs, facing downwards. Try to not have a backrest. Let your spine be straight. You don't have to keep it tight. You can be relaxed, but try to keep it straight. In case you have a back pain and you cannot sit without support, it's okay to have a backrest, but let it only touch the lower part of your back and not the upper part. Imagine the sun on top, right in the sky where it is, where you saw it today, this morning, or last morning. Imagine a ray of light, not just a ray, but a beam of light, like a shower, like a huge, big, round shower, coming down from the sun to the top of your head, entering the crown chakra, entering the crown, flowing down to the neck, to the back of the neck, flowing down to the back, shoulders, spreading through your head like a white golden water, spreading down to the back, upper back, washing away any pains you have, expanding in the chest area, in the collarbone area, going down to the chest, flowing down the spinal cord, to the middle back, to the sides, down the spinal cord, into the lower back. And as it keeps flowing down, it keeps expanding sidewards. You're being washed away. All the troubles, all the fears, all the pains of the day, all the tiredness is being washed away by this pure white golden light. It continues to flow down to the root of your spinal cord, to the tailbone, down the abdomen to your root chakra, clearing all your chakras, your solar chakra, your sacral chakra, the centers of self-doubt. Any self-doubt you have is now washed down. It's going down your legs, down your thighs, down your hips. Any pain you had in your nerves and your joints is now going down. It's being washed away. This water, this golden white light water is sparkling and it's washing away any pains. It's taking it down the knees. Any knee pain goes down to the ankles, goes down the feet. And now as you touch the floor, it goes down into the ground. It goes down into the earth. As your feet are firmly placed on the ground, not tightly, but just touching the ground, you can see the earth is absorbing this white light water that is flowing down from your body. It's going down the rock, going down the crust of the earth, going into the mantle, the lava, where it burns, and it goes down to the core of the earth. That's the nucleus, that's the center of fire energy. It merges into the fire and it's released into another form. The energy is released. There's a downward current flowing down from your toe, from your feet into the core of the earth. You can see this current. You can see this like an electric wire, like an electric bolt. It's going down and the core can take it as it's energized. It's the center of energy. Mother Earth has the power and the capability to heal and to absorb all the tiredness of all the organisms that live on it. Mother Earth gives and heals, and it sustains life. We are just a medium between this beautiful relationship between the sun and the earth. The light enters our body from the sun as we are firmly grounded on the earth, which keeps us placed, touching our feet to the ground due to gravity. We are magnets. Our bodies are magnetic forces and magnetic fields for currents to flow through us. Now, what kind of currents we allow to flow through us, that's on us. If we spend so much time on digital gadgets and devices, we interfere with the natural currents of our body. If we spend time in nature, or even if while we sit in our rooms inside walls and still we think of the sun, because the human memory and collective consciousness is so strong and so powerful, the sun continues to heal us. Because we know the memory, we have the memory of what sunlight feels like, of what the heat coming from the sun feels like. As you're connected to the earth, as it's pulling down all your worries, all your tensions, all your fears, the beautiful golden white light from the sun continues to flow into your body from the top of your head, entering your crown chakra, going down all your 7 chakras, cleansing your body, opening it up. You can see all your chakras opening up. They're spiraling. Any dark pollutants, any dark energy, any blockages it had is now released. It's opened up. The chakras are moving freely. There is no blockage. And as energy keeps expanding through your body, the chakras increase in size. They are expanding as they're getting room to breathe, just like inhalation and exhalation. You can imagine, you can see your chakras expanding. There is expansion and contraction, expansion and contraction, expansion and contraction. Especially think of your heart chakra. It's green in color. It's healing. Green stands for healing. Green stands for nature. Green stands for life. As you feel your heart chakra expanding, you feel more confident. You can see courage increasing in your heart. The chakra below your heart, the solar chakra, that's the center for self-doubt and self-love. As it's expanding, it's yellow in color. You can see the self-doubt dissipating. It's going downwards, it's flowing. This current of yellow water, goldenish water, it's flowing down from top to bottom. We're a medium, just like an electric battery, it continues to flow. And while these chakras expand, your self-love expands. You can see as this golden chakra, this yellowish chakra is expanding, you start to feel more at ease. You start feeling more relaxed. There's no reason to worry. There is no reason to fear what could happen if the decisions you make, whether they turn out right or wrong. You know that the outcome will be in your favor. Because you learn to accept yourself. You begin to love yourself. You begin to give yourself the same reassurance that you would give to somebody who you love so much. You show yourself kindness. As this golden light flows down to your sacral chakra, you can see your self-confidence increasing. You feel fulfilled. There is no restlessness, there is no irritation. You feel one with the universe. You feel the universe is a friendly place. All that you need is coming to you at the right time. The right people are entering into your life. The right things are said to you. Maybe you read something and you feel that this is exactly what I had to read, what I needed to read today. Or this is a question I was grappling with and it has come. The answer has come to me. This insight has come to me. And as the light flows down to your root chakra, you feel that your impulses don't control you. you feel safe. You feel grounded. As you feel this energy, which was going down through your feet, it's also now going down through the tail of your spine, like a trunk of the tree, down into the ground. So now you see this whole beam of light coming from the sun, from the top of your head, going down your spinal cord right into the floor, right into the ground. It's like a strong beam of light, just like a tree has a trunk. This is exactly how you're grounded into the earth. And all the pain, all the worries of the back of the spinal cord are now going down this beam into the ground. So you're firmly connected, firmly grounded, not only through your feet, but also through your spine. And it's a beam of light, so there is no rigidity. As this light continues to expand, it flows like water, like goldenish water, like sparkly water. It makes you feel so good, makes you feel alive. You feel your fears going down into the ground. As this golden light has also expanded into your brain, into your mind, it has cleared away all the cobwebs, all the self-doubts, all the fears, any wrong reasons, any wrong motivations, too much thoughtfulness, restlessness, that's gone. You see, your energy has been freed. You're feeling peaceful and calm. As this energy, this calm energy has gone down your throat, and your intuition in your third eye has opened up, now it is also going down to your throat, where you're able to express what you see. You see your third eye also opening up, and the connection between your third eye and your throat chakra being established. And what's in your throat, that energy is also flowing down. It's also being encouraged by the courage in your heart. It's connected to your heart chakra. So you have the intuition to see what's right, and you have the courage to speak what's right. You're not shy or afraid. You're not scared to speak up your mind. You're able to express yourself freely because your throat chakra is being healed. It's expanding. If you know what a thyroid gland looks like, imagine that it's like a butterfly. See that being healed. See that expanding. It's light blue in color, the throat chakra, just like the sky. Take a deep breath and exhale. Take a deep breath, hold. Count to 3 and exhale slowly. Take a deep breath. Hold. Exhale slowly. If you feel that there are any parts of your body which are yet not covered by this light, we're going to clear it up now. Make sure that you're completely relaxed. You can do a few more rounds of this deep breathing. As this beam of light, which is going down from your top to your bottom, we see that it starts spiraling, this beam, this golden beam of light, it starts spiraling. As it spirals, it takes the shape of a cyclone, like a vortex, which is expanded at your shoulders, and it is very narrow, like a V, at your root chakra, below your navel. It's just like a cyclone. It's spiraling slowly, slowly, and then it starts taking up a bit speed. It's like a car wash. As it's rotating inside you, you don't have to rotate, it's inside you. It's touching all your chakras. And just like a car wash, if you've seen a car wash, how it rotates and cleans the car, this vortex is going left and right. It moves, it spirals left side, clockwise, and then anti-clockwise. And it's cleaning up any dirt you have inside. It's going down to the back, to the hidden corners. Make sure that you're breathing very deeply and slowly and you're relaxed during this process. It goes through your head to the left side, to your left shoulder, to your right shoulder, to the right side of your back, downwards to your spine, root, lower back, hips, the left side of your back, your arms, again your shoulders. And it's clearing away any pain, any muscle soreness. It's clearing it away. It's like an inner workout, inner spiritual cleansing workout that cleanses you. Just like when you sweat that leaves from your pores, it cleanses your body biologically. This exercise cleanses you energetically. It removes all your blocks. It removes all the impurities from the day. Any thoughts, any things that didn't work out, it clears that up. It removes that. As you see this beam of light, which is continuing just like a shower, it continues to shower on your head, on the top of your head, this white goldenish light, and spread through your body. Now you see your aura emerging, your goldenish aura, goldenish white aura emerging from the body. You can see it now, surrounding your body. You see this expanding. You see these beams of light escape from your body, emit out. As this vortex continues to clean, it has now gone down. This trunk, this beam of light which was connected from the tail of your spine down to the ground, it has now gone down to the ground, taking all your impurities, all your pains away. Any pains you had, physical or emotional, it has taken it down. Any heaviness, anything you had in your mind, it has taken down. It's going down into the ground. It's slowly submerging into the ground. You can see the heaviness leaving from your body. It's going down. The earth is pulling it like a magnet. The earth is absorbing it. Mother Earth is absorbing it. It's going down to the core, to the mantle, through the crust, to the mantle, and then to the core, getting burnt, getting evaporated, and changing energy forms, being freed and liberated. I'll give you some time to see this vortex leaving your body, going down slowly into the ground. The pains and the heaviness leaving, going down into the ground while your feet are still on the ground. While this golden beam of light continues to enter your body, through your head, flow, this golden white water flows to all areas of the brain, and you can see the electric circuits coming alive. You can see the brain getting oxygenated. not just with blood, but with this white golden light. The brain heals. You can feel your brain, an organ that helps you, works day and night. Thank you. Thanking you for this pure golden white light medication that you've given it. It's so natural and it's so divine. Your mind feels divinely connected. And you can feel your crown chakra open up, come alive. See this golden white light flowing down to from the back side of your head, down into the neck. See your brain releasing any cortisol it had, any stress it had. It's going down now with this goldenish white light water, which shines and sparkles with beams of light coming from it. Goes down the spine, goes down the spinal cord, not stopping anywhere, very smoothly flowing down from the top part of the back to the middle of the back, taking any pains, pulling any pains it has on any sides, flowing down to the lower part of the back. Again, pulling down any pains it had and going down, leaving the body, going downwards the trunk with the beam into the ground. As you feel the earth pulling, you can feel this pressure of pulling from downwards. It's like a magnet. It's as if a magnet is pulling at iron fills. You can feel the earth is pulling. This negative energy that is leaving your body. And you're so grateful for it because it's like the right kind of pressure. It makes you feel so relaxed. And you know the earth can take it. It's powerful enough to take it. It's sturdy enough, stable enough to take it. And going down the rocks, down the mantle, into the core, this energy is freed. It's in the fire. You can fold your hands, bring them, join them into a prayer. Thank the sun, which gives us life, the source of energy, the source of power, the source of warmth, the source of food that we eat. Thank the sun for giving us nourishment. Thank the sun for keeping us alive. Thank the sun for keeping our minds sharp. Thank the sun for keeping our skin healthy and glowing and supple and beautiful. Thank the sun for our hair. Thank the sun for keeping our bodies warm and keeping our blood flowing through our veins and throughout our bodies, performing all its functions, keeping it oxygenated. All of it is possible because of the sun. None of it would be possible without the sun. Thank the sun for growing our vegetation. Thank the sun for creating such a beautiful scenery in the world. When we see the trees, when we see the sky, when we see anything and everything, we see all colors because the sunlight is there. It makes us it makes it possible for us to see all these colors in the Vibgyor. Thank the sun for lighting up all our chakras. As its white light dissipates into all the 7 colors, resonating with all of our chakras one by one, and reigniting them, recharging them. End your prayer with a simple thank you, thank you, thank you. You can rub your hands, rub your palms. Them on your eyes, forehead, head if you want, your ears, your throat. Please rub your throat slowly. Your chest, above your navel, below your navel. Let the heat and the warmth go to your chakras. Allow yourself the safe space. You can place it on the back of your back as well. That's also from where the energy enters. Imagine healing white light energy going from your hands into your body, into your chakras. You can place your palms now on your thighs, on your knees, as your knees also have many chakras. You can rub your thighs slowly if you like. All these sensations promote the feeling of well-being and emotional and psychological and physical safety. You can take a deep breath. I hope you feel truly relaxed now. Let's open our eyes at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you feel? If you have any questions, you can ask.
Yes, that was really amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for it.
Thank you. I'm glad. I hope it helped. And yeah, I think that's good for today, Meenu ji.
I'll just invite Harmeet ji to summarize both the sessions, and any questions anyone would like to ask, they can ask to him. Yes, Harmeet ji, over to you.
Thank you, Minuji. I think it was a absolutely lovely sessions. Both we got, right insight to the sunlight and the brightness of the sun, and how important I think the sunlight is, and how sometimes we casually or subconsciously tend to kind of look at sun just merely as a celestial body, and not look at the kind of importance it holds in our life, lives on a daily basis. And a brilliant meditation session from Soumya ji. And I'd just open up anyone who would have questions for any of the ladies over here who guided us through a brilliant last 1 hour. Anything to do with the sun, anything to do with the sunlight, anything that they might have in response to what was said, or there is any kind of clarification that anyone would have. If any questions, please feel free to come in.
I think everyone has gone into deep relaxation after Soumya's meditation.
I think everyone has got their dose of vitamin D. Absolutely bang on. Well, Tulika ji, I just wanted to ask one question, because I'm just a wee bit into my fitness part. I have personally, just because I'm a little on the, maybe a tad too fairer skin. So I have a tendency to be, when I go out in the sun, I just can't take the sun too well. And I realized, and I was reading up a lot of articles, and it was said the best time to probably soak in the sun is between about 6:37 in the morning to about 8:39, and then post that it is a little more counterproductive. So if you want to take in the sun, that's probably the right time. The rays are not very, very strong. Your UV rays are a little lesser. Would I be right on that in terms of how it would be?
Yeah, so you are right. In the sense that, if ideally speaking, what you're speaking is the ideal situation. Like when, we also say that in the morning, if you go and take the sun, it's best. But
Sure.
sometimes, many people who come to us and say that, we don't get time in the morning, we have to rush, and there are certain problems sometimes, in a certain individuals, like healing crisis happens, right? So at the time, sun becomes a medicine. So then in that situation, we sometimes have to advise the people to take sun, every 2 hours, like that, with a certain protocols that needs to be followed. So just what I said, to rule out, any kind of a statement coming from anyone that I don't get time during this time of the
Sure.
day, or like that. So it is yes, when you take it in the morning, it's more gentle, and you're able to take it, for a longer time, and you feel better also in that condition. But if you're going a little later part of the day, then obviously you can't take more, and in a little time itself, that you will start to feel that you can't take it even more. So it's always better that you take during the time, like either in the morning or late evenings. But having said that, if there are certain situations where we have to take during the mid noon or somewhere, then
Sure.
also we advise, but it always under the supervision of some people, like some trained coach. So yeah.
But the other funny thing is, and I've noticed it whenever I'm in India
Hmm.
and I want to get out into the sun,
Hmm.
it's like a dreaded affair for me. But somehow whenever I landed up in the US, and especially during, either the springtime or the autumn time, and I'm anywhere close to the Bay Area or anywhere around, let's say Long Island, I seem to be enjoying the sun. I
Hmm.
mean, I know it's the end of the winter, probably setting into the winter, but
Hmm.
somehow the sky and the sun is just absolutely different.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Even
get out you get out in Delhi, it'll kill you.
yeah. So even in mountains also you will find a difference. And
Yeah.
you go in the mountains, and when there the sun that you experience and here in cities that you experience is totally different.
Yeah.
And also, it depends from individual to individual. For some people, for longer duration also, they're in the sun, they're enjoying that sun. Maybe their body needs more of it. Some people, even in a slightest, small amount of it, also they say, we are done with it. Now I can't withstand the sunlight, anymore. So that's also fine. So one has to listen to their own
The body.
body, what it is telling to you.
Yeah.
So body
Yeah.
will tell you when you are not feeling well, you would want, more of sunlight for yourself. But if
Yeah.
you're all right, and if you're taking it on a day-to-day basis, then the requirement is not that much.
That much.
You
Sure.
feel
Sure.
satisfied with little also. Yeah.
Also, I would like to
Lovely.
add that for everybody, it's very important to get the sunlight because it's a major source of vitamin D. And it's been clinically proven through researches that lack of vitamin D causes depression. And that's why in a lot of countries where there's scarcity of sunlight, people tend to feel gloomy. There is seasonal affective disorder, which sets in during the winter mostly. There's so many mood disorders. You get the blues. So even if you can't, being in India, being in Delhi, I mean, for Delhiites, I think right now it's heaven, this weather, because usually it's like it's scorching heat through the year. But anyways, I mean, try to get some sunlight during the morning hours because you get the sunlight without the, harsh UV rays at that time. So, but do not miss
So
out on
one thing I want to add, that sun has all kinds of like in its spectrum, there is all kind of rays which are there, short waves, then there is infrared, there is light rays, every kind of a rays are available. Now in nature cure, what we say is that, so that's how this theory is going on, that just to protect from a UV rays you apply sunscreen on the body, on the skin, right? So but basically what we say in Nature Cure is that as soon as your body is getting uncomfortable, it will start to tell you, it will convey this message to you that you have to get away from there. Then no longer you should be there in that sunlight, and you should come in the shade area. So once you start to feel discomfort or some kind of you're not feeling okay about it, right? Some headache is has started to happen, or there is some kind of a uneasiness you're feeling in that sense, that is the clear-cut indication that your body is saying just no for it. So immediately go away from the sun and just be in the sun shade area. And obviously your head never should be heated up. It should be always cool.
Yeah, I'm
Either
prone
cover
to
it with
headaches. Like if I go out too much in the sun, I get a headache. So that
Yes, yes. So yeah, so that you have to take care of it, because certain bodies can't withstand it more. So you have to go in that time when it is more gentler. It is in the early mornings or late evenings at that time. For some people, like when my vitamin D levels were very low, and some 3 years back when I started this journey, like doing it with Nature Cure, at the time, even during the afternoon times when I was in the sun, I was never used to feel any discomfort. I used to feel okay about it, because I think my body wanted more and more of it. So it never had any problem. I never faced any problem because of that. But now I can't be in the sun for longer hours, if my body is telling me it's getting heated up, or I'm finding a discomfort. So this UV rays and all that is a theory. But the practical application to is this, that whenever your body is telling you certain thing, just move out from that area, from the sunny area, and then be in the shade and drink a sip of water, and wipe your body with the cool towel, wet towel. That is sufficient. So nothing can harm you. So we are saying on one hand, sun is mitra, friend, and the other way saying it's a harmful rays. So
Right.
sun will behave the way sun has to behave, because sun has all kinds of rays in it. So it's just that our body knows it, how much to take and how much not to take, but sometimes we don't listen to it. That's the only problem, right?
Lovely, lovely. Any more questions
Yeah.
that needs to be asked?
Yeah.
I have
Nupur
one.
ma'am,
Yes.
lovely. There cannot be an end to the session without you not coming. It's extremely important.
Absolutely.
Little of course,
No.
but yes, related to sun and sun energy. I would ask both of you what you have to say about sun gazing. Tulika, I think so. You are more expert on sun must be in eye care, because when we are using sun gazing as a meditation tool,
Hmm.
so how you explain it? How you what are your views on that?
Yeah, so
And
it
of
is
course,
very, very
Sonia,
useful.
also I would like to ask after Tulika, you can share your views also.
Yeah. So
Yes,
sun gazing is a very, very, very useful technique. And we do it like in our nature cure camps whenever we conduct it. So our day start with sun gazing. So we do the sun gazing, looking into the sun directly with an open eyes, and then afterwards that we do palming, and we see all the colors of the sun with the closed eyes. And once then when this all the colors are gone, then we open the eyes. And so when you continue doing that on day to day basis, daily basis, your eyesight improves. And it is a well proven fact in mentioned in the Vedic scriptures, and also that has been followed by thousands of people now, that they do it, and it really give them back their lost like vision, that they are. And nowadays, with this so much of WhatsApping and technology, that our eyesight is becoming like little blurred. Even I had that problem earlier. So when I started to do this sun gazing, some running, and some kind of a food which is raw food, it started to come back on its own. So it is important.
Thank you so much, Tulika. And I would like to ask Soumya also what is your view on sun gazing, because of course your viewpoint will be on psychological viewpoint. How does it affect the
So
mental state?
actually, I mean, sun gazing is not one of the psychological techniques used in either in therapy or anything. But yes, because I do use it in, like, I do use the kind of meditation I just followed right now. So it's just one of the types of meditations that we can do. But since this is not Ayurveda or anything, because I'm not an expert in that, so I'm an expert in psychology. So yeah, I mean, it's not like that relevant in terms of typical traditional psychology. But I do believe, I mean, as per, like I said, as per clinical research, because vitamin D is important, and it has been proven that being in the sun or not being in the sun can cause problems. Also, another angle to it is not exactly sun gazing, but how sun enables us, like the way it lights up the world, the colors we perceive, the whole spectrum of green, blue, all the colors we see in nature. So human beings have um, if we read an evolutionary psychology, we have evolved over centuries to like those colors, feel comfortable and calm because of those colors. Like, for example, red is a color we feel the most attracted to. Why is that? Because when we were in the hunter-gatherer stage, fruit might be red. It could be apples, or sometimes a flower you might be red and it might be sweet. It might give us some nectar, which can be used either as a perfume or in food. It has some flavor. So research has also proven when we see the color green, like we see in nature, it instantly makes us feel not only calmer but more pleasant, like everything is good. We can't say it makes you happy, but definitely it promotes a sense of well-being, which is why it's important, like, for people who live in cities to go out once in a while, like travel to the hills or travel to the beaches or whatever, but like do see, the green in nature, and where you see sprawling green for like lengths, and as opposed to just seeing parks. But on everyday basis too, it's really important to, it's not just the sun, but I think all the elements which make up nature, like all the 5 elements in the universe, and everything that is made up, all the colors, everything that sun enables. It could be gardening, it could be just taking a walk in the park, it could be literally, I mean, as simple and small as looking at trees, so it's as important, like it's as little as that, it's as easy as that. And according to me, it's really important to spend some time in the sun, like I said, be it early in the morning or later, whenever is comfortable for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And yes, I was doing sun gazing meditation, so that's why this question popped up. And it is really amazing to do it early morning sun. And when you look at the sun, it is beautiful when you see it with naked eyes. And when you close your eyes, really, it is amazing when you see the colors. So this is.
I agree with that. Personally,
yes.
I can say, like I said, these days I'm doing that, and
Yes.
it feels great. So personally, I can speak, but I cannot put psychology behind it, because there's no testing done on it. But yeah, but it's amazing.
Yes.
It does feel good.
Yes, but it does calm your mind. It does give you more clarity. It does help your vision, as Tulika has said. And many people has been practicing it, and in modern times also they are practicing it, and they have seen results. It is not like that they haven't seen the result. They have seen the result, and a lot of researches has been done on this also. And it has been proven that early morning sun, when you are guided by an expert, then only you should do it. You should not do it without any expert or any guidance, because it's very dangerous to see sun after few hours of sun rising, because the rays becomes more harsher and it can harm your eyes. So sun gazing is very safe if you do it under expert guidance. So thank you, Tulika and Soumya, and over to Harmeet.
Thank you, ma'am. I think lovely session. And if I have your permission, I would like to make one small quote, which is totally opposite to the sunlight. And because we're in a spiritual fest and we talk about light, and this is my personal view, and I always believe as important the light is, equally important is the dark, because they're actually two sides to the same coin. You can't love the light without not liking the dark. So I always say it's people don't fear the dark, people fear the uncertainty in the dark. So if you become enlightened in a dark area, then the chances are you would get comfortable in the dark. It's the dark is not the uncomfortable factor. It's the uncertainty in the dark which makes people fearful. So I think that's my end quote for the day. And I'll hand over to Meenuji to kind of bring the session to a close. And again, thank you everybody for joining, and thank you to both the ladies for a lovely, lovely session.
Thank you so much. I just want to say that's so profound, Harmeet ji. That's amazing. That's an amazing thought. And that's actually true.
And I was counting on you to make a final judgment. It was actually in a way slightly pointed toward you because you being a psychologist. So I was like,
I can add to this actually. I can kind of give you the science behind this, that it has been proven that when it's not just human beings but even animals, when they face uncertainty, that's what leads to anxiety, and having a sense of control in your environment, having a sense of control and predictability is really important actually to our sense of well-being. So I'm not talking about becoming controlling, like becoming a control freak, but kind of just like knowing. That's why routines help. That's why schedules help, that's why, like, knowing that be it your husband or wife is going to come back home around this time, at the end of the day the kids are going to come back and this is when you serve dinner. That's why it is advised to wake up a certain point, eat at a certain point, like every day, because this helps us kind of it keeps things predictable, and that's not to say that like it should also leave room for excitement and novelty, like new things.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Like when in darkness, you said, like in darkness it's the uncertainty which scares people, it's not the darkness. And so when you can I think not only that it helps us appreciate the light when it comes out, but also a period of darkness is a time where you discover your inner strengths and you realize that you're actually capable of dealing with so much more than you thought you were. And be it call it self-help or be it call it resilience, but like, so the next time the dark comes, maybe you start enjoying it, maybe you don't suffer it, it's like, so I mean, if you kind of draw a parallel to depression or maybe loneliness, and because loneliness is so prevalent in the world right now, and it's kind of becoming an epidemic. So there's a lot of people, the biggest cause of depression which has been found out internationally is loneliness actually, be it in the US, and it's growing in India now. So the thing is, I think it's something that you don't suffer from like anymore, and because you've set your environment in such a way that you enjoy like your solitude. So it becomes like you're alone and you love that me time, like with yourself, especially for like people in European countries and in the like northern regions, where sunlight is scarce and they have to be inside home by 5 or 6 p.m. So yeah, having your set routine, it helps. So that was a really good observation.
I fully agree. I fully agree with you. I mean, just kind of quickly sum it up, and I won't take more time. Whenever I get into, sorry, Shabnam ji, please go ahead.
I just want to say, darkness is also important for healing, because if you don't sleep, you can't heal.
Absolutely.
मैम वो उसको हिंदी में कहते हैं ना कि जब आप जैसे मान ली 1 रुपए का सिक्का लेंगे तो दोनों तरफ अगर 1 रुपया बना होगा तो वो खोटा सिक्का होता है, तो वो चलेगा नहीं. So in life you got to have both facets. The darkness allows you to go into your inner strength. When I meditate, when I do a lot of Gayatri mantra ka, when I do my mala, I don't like light. I want to sit in a very dark room. I don't want light coming into my eyelids. I like that because when I finish my Gayatri, I'm actually not, I don't even realize I'm in a dark room because it's just, I've gone into myself. So I realize I become very comfortable in the dark room. And if I have to walk in the darkness also, I'll actually find my way because my senses get elevated.
Yes.
So I would probably not back to a chair or a table because I just know what's around.
So
absolutely.
I just want to add something here, what you were saying, no, that when you do this Gayatri mantra, then you don't even, realize that there's a darkness outside. Just now you said, right?
It's coming inside. Yeah, the light is inside.
Yeah, so with adding to this perspective, what I understand here is that in nature cure, how do we understand darkness and light is that the darkness is not an entity in itself. It's not an entity.
True.
The thing which is real is only light.
Yes.
In a dark room, in a very, very dark room, if we just, allow a little ray of light inside, the room will lit up. So
Yes.
this entity, this disease or this darkness is not an entity in itself. It's not an
True.
independent entity. So
True.
it just exists because there is no light right now.
There's no light.
The moment the light comes in, the darkness goes away. So light is
True.
the only thing which is real.
True.
Darkness is not in itself
Yeah.
a entity. That's
Absolutely.
what we
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lovely. Thank you, everyone. Minuji, last words are yours.
No, mine is still the second last. Sandeep ji has to come in and give
Oh,
us
I'm so sorry. My
about
apologies.
our
Absolutely. I
reflection
totally
last.
forgot about it.
But
Totally
it was
forgot. Sorry.
amazing listening to all of you and thrown a lot of light on the aspect of health and darkness and everything. So amazing it was. Thank you so much, Tulika ji, Soumya ji, and Harmeet ji, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Sandeep ji,
much.
please over to you.
Thank you so much, everyone. बहुत बढ़िया. All the sessions, both the sessions were good. And thank you, Tulika ji and Soumya, for this lovely sessions. So not much to say, as very good and detailed and deep discussions, in fact, right? So good to see that. And as far as reflection is concerned, just reflect what is the kind of what do you call health issues you are facing right now, right? And what immediate attention you need to do, right? Can you find some time and go out in the sun for at least 15 to 20 minutes every day? So that, reflect on it, find some time and start doing this little bit of practice day wise, and let's see how it goes. And you might see some very good surprising benefits. So reflect on that, guys. So all the best and see you tomorrow, same time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
for joining
It was
in.
amazing.
That was an amazing seventh day, and tomorrow we'll be facing, doing or attending.
Today is the sixth day, Menuji.
Okay, okay. I'm so sorry.
Tomorrow will be the seventh day.
Yes, tomorrow will be the seventh day. Thank you. And there we will talk about light in space and emotions. So that will be a new topic to look forward to tomorrow, the seventh day. And thank you for correcting me, Sandeep ji. And thank you everyone for joining in and looking forward.